children, I am Shubhajit and welcome back. Previously you have learnt about thrust and pressure. Now let us gather some information about flotation and density in this video. Learning outcomes. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand about density, relative density, floating and sinking, lactometer. Keywords: density, mass, volume, relative density, floating, sinking, lactometer, an instrument used to check the purity of milk. Before starting the session, let's look at this concept map. The density of a substance is the mass per unit volume of a given substance. Density equals to mass by volume. The SI unit of density is kg per meter cube or gram per centimeter cube. The symbol for density is rho. When we say an object is denser, it means the object is heavy. And when we say that the object is less dense, it means the object is light. We can compare the densities of two substances by finding their masses. But generally, density of a substance is compared with the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade because the density of water at the temperature is 1 gram per centimeter cube. The density of any other substance with respect to the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade is called the relative density. Thus, the relative density of a substance is defined as the ratio of the density of the substance to the density of water at 4 degrees centigrade. Relative density equals to density of the substance divided by density of water at 4 degrees centigrade. We know that density equals to mass by volume. So relative density equals to mass of the substance divided by volume of the substance divided by mass of the water divided by volume of water. Since the volume of the substance is equal to the volume of water, relative density equals to mass of certain volume of substance divided by mass of equal volume of water at 4 degrees centigrade. Thus, the ratio of the mass of the given volume of a substance to the mass of an equal volume of water at 4 degrees centigrade also denotes its relative density. Relative density has no unit. To understand the concept of floating and sinking, let us do an activity. Take a beaker filled with water. Take a piece of cork and iron nail of equal mass. Place them on the surface of the water. We observe that the cork floats on the water while the nail sinks in it. This happens because of the differences in their densities. The density of a substance is defined as the mass per unit volume. The density of cork is less than the density of water. This means that the upthrust of water on the cork is greater than the weight of the cork. Because of this, cork floats on water. The density of an iron nail is more than the density of water. This means that the upthrust of water on the iron nail is less than the weight of the nail. Due to this, the iron nail sinks in water. Therefore, objects of density less than that of a liquid float on the liquid. The objects of density greater than that of a liquid sink in the liquid. A direct reading instrument used for measuring the density or relative density of the liquid is called a hydrometer. Hydrometer is based on the principle of flotation. One form of hydrometer is a lactometer, an instrument used to check the purity of milk. The lactometer works on the principle of gravity of milk. The lactometer consists of a long graduated test tube with a cylindrical bulb with the graduation ranging from 15 at the top to the 45 at the bottom. The test tube is filled with air. This air chamber causes the instrument to float. The spherical bulb is filled with mercury to cause the lactometer to sink up to the proper level and to float in an upright position in the milk. A thermometer is placed inside the lactometer, which extends from the bulb into the upper portion of the test tube, where the scale is located. The correct lactometer reading is obtained only at the temperature of 60 degrees Fahrenheit. A lactometer measures the cream content of milk. The more the cream, the lower the lactometer floats in the milk. The average reading of normal milk is 32. Lactometers are used at milk processing units and dairies. Points to remember. Density is known as mass per unit volume of a body. Its SI unit is kg meter to the power of -3. Relative density is the ratio between the density of a substance to the density of water. It has no unit. The objects of density less than that of a liquid float on the liquid. The objects of density greater than that of a liquid sink in the liquid. A lactometer is an instrument used to check the purity of milk.